Pisces, hello, hello, my loves. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Pisces, you have the apocalypse and the vessel, the mask and the mother, the starborn, the ring, and the river. Pisces. I mean, I feel like there's this idea of an end where everything is breaking, right? But the only way to get out of the mask, according to the card, is to fall flat on your face and have it crash all around you, right? Breaking away an identity that for a lot of you, I think that you had been clinging to, because it gave you a sense of identity. But I feel like whatever that sense of identity was for you, it was really like it was kind of detrimental in the end. And when you're on the path of the spirit, I just you have a different experience, and I think that you experience a lot of like spiritual challenges or hurdles, and it's not even that it's different from anybody else's experiences. It's just it is somehow different, but I don't know, I feel like you've like even if you were doing something, I just feel like getting smacked down by the universe. you know and to go back to that poof energy of like poofing in, poofing out, poofing in, poofing out, I think a lot of that was almost like that trained behavior because you were like, I'm about to get smacked by the universe. It's time for me to go in another direction. And at one point in time, there was a lesson that you learned that was like, if you don't move when you're called to move, when you're told to move, when you're however it is that when you know to poof, you learn that there were repercussions for not poofing. So you started poofing, but then you got really good at poofing, and then you were just kind of like, well, how do I stop? It's like become who I am at this point. Princess poofs a lot. Or Prince poofs a lot. But, I think a lot of it has also been kind of this training for coming out as like the evolved version of you, because it's been in your reads a lot lately too, of just the idea that every time you would poof into a new environment, you would learn a lot from that environment, and you would take the lessons that you had learned from that experience and you would apply it to you as an individual. And so every time you were engaged with any of these different environments or communities or however, you were learning, you were growing, you were developing. And while you weren't identifying through it, you were still applying the education, the information, the knowledge, whatever. Because you were working towards stepping out as you. The ring is the idea of never ending and never beginning. It can be, I mean, there has been a lot of like relationship energy in the reads, and y'all know it. I try not to focus on it. If it's there, it's there, but like, so we'll see what we get with clarifiers, but there's definitely an idea of commitment and a fear of missing out. I don't know which side of the energy you're on, because this energy doesn't feel really aggressive in any way. I just feel very, I don't know, maybe I'm just tired. But your energy does feel kind of relaxed, because I don't feel like you're in the middle of any kind of apocalypse. I don't feel like you're in the middle of changing your identity. I don't I don't even feel like you're in the middle of stepping forward. I don't know what you're doing. Chilling for a second. You're on pause. At least your energy is right now. Okay. Pisces. Excuse me. Well, that apocalypse energy, it's just the lack, the manipulation, the, like, who are you really? You can be on either side of the story, dealing with people in this energy or existing in this energy yourself. But there's just an idea of identity that is, well, I just like, no, thank you. You know what I mean? I just feel like, no, thank you. I don't want to, that's not who I want to be. That's not who I've tried to be. That's not da da da. However it plays out for you. And maybe you have been in that energy and, you're like trying to break out of that energy. I don't know. But okay, so you have strength and the Six of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Hearts, Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Pisces, I really just don't know. I'm going to read it one way, take it how it resonates for you. But I kind of feel like somebody is coming into you with a message, because I feel like you're emerging, right? I feel like you are standing in your power. You're standing in your truth. You're standing in, I think, a sincere sense of love, because you are standing in an awareness of yourself that allows for you to embody a self-love that, I don't know, I think just comes with a strength. It's backed with a strength that I think a lot of people have viewed a lack of identity as a weakness. And I think that as you step forward with this identity, I think they're seeing it as something that required a lot more strength, because it took a lot more time, it took a lot more effort, it took a lot more understanding. It took a lot more courage, because you're just pissing people off all the time. Just not afraid to piss people off. Yeah, Pisces. Again, and you can be dealing with somebody in that energy. Take what resonates, how it resonates, and leave the rest. But it's definitely positive and it's definitely empowered. And I feel like you're moving forward. And I think maybe there are some people who are taking notice, or a person specifically who's taking notice. But let's do some clarifiers. The Nine of Swords, the Magician, and the Seven of Pentacles. Well, because I think, again, there has been that sense of like protecting yourself through all of these, like pissing people off, knowing when you need to poof, knowing when it's time to go, knowing all of these things that people don't always understand, because you're operating in a different realm of magic. And I think that hasn't always made sense to people, but when it finally does, I just think that it's like, damn, Pisces pulled it off. Pisces. Ten of Swords, Strength, and Two of Pentacles. Well, you got Strength twice, Pisces. Where is didn't you? Am I wrong? Maybe I am. I thought you did. Guess not. It's okay. Oh, no, you did. Strength. Here we go. Again, I think you're stepping forward with a great deal of strength, because because right now I just think of a magic trick of like somebody being sawn in half, and then they like step out of the box. You know what I mean? That's kind of what that feels like. Translate that however you will, but I do think that it does, this strength that you're stepping forward with, this awareness of self that you have, this love that you embody, you know what I mean? Like this energy that you exude. I I feel like it's attractive, you know, I feel like it's attractive. And I don't know, because I feel like really it's been, and I just feel like almost all of the fire and water, there has been relationship. But I do think that, you know, for a lot of my Pisces, there is a relationship on your horizon. I just think that maybe there is a sense of stepping out first and then stepping into something different. You know, I don't think that it's necessarily like everything all at once. But obviously, take what resonates, how it resonates, and leave the rest, because these are general reads and they will resonate differently for everyone. But Pisces, let's see what else we can get for y'all. And if it's not a relationship, then you're stepping into something that you're passionate about, something that allows you to feel like you're standing in your truth. The shaman is the idea of releasing one thing to experience another thing. And I feel like Pisces, that's exactly what's been happening. You've been releasing a lot of different things so that you could experience like an entirety of things, you know? Like, I don't want to have to choose one if I can choose however many, you know? Well, I don't know, because I'm thinking about like if you're at dinner, you know, and you're like, I want to get the sampler because, like I want to try all of the things, like that kind of energy, but like for life. And you have to let go of a lot in order to live that kind of life. And Pisces, I think that you have, and I think that it's fantastic. I think that you have experienced a lot of loss, but in this loss, I think you've experienced a lot of ego death, and I think that it has served you well in bringing you back into balance and strengthening you and your character and perhaps your commitment to something that you've really wanted to do that you haven't been able to do because you've been holding on to everything else. And that's nobody's problem but yours, ultimately, right? I mean, not to be kind of a bitch about it, but like, it's true. It always falls back on us. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Anyways, Pisces, I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for spending some time with me and for sharing your energy with me. If this did resonate with you, please do give me a like, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye.